A kid lost a fake shark wearing sneakers in a video game, and he didn't just get upset. He full-on sobbed, screaming, real tears, over a cartoon shark. And here's the part that should actually surprise you. That game he was crying in, it became bigger than every game on Steam combined. Bigger than Fortnite's all-time concurrent player record. A chart-topping musician reportedly performed a live concert inside it to millions of people at once. So somehow, a nonsense meme about Italian crocodile playing turned into one of the biggest entertainment events on the planet. And almost nobody over the age of 15 understands why. We're fixing that in the next 15 minutes. And by the end, you're going to look at this trend completely different. Here's the insane part. This entire thing didn't exist 2 years ago. Not the characters, not the game, none of it. And it went from doesn't exist to bigger than Steam. Faster than almost anything in internet history. That speed alone should tell you something's different about this one. So let's rewind, because the origin story is way weirder than you think. 2023, a YouTube series called Skibidi Toilet drops out of nowhere. Toilets with human heads fighting camera-headed soldiers. No dialogue that makes sense. No real plot, just chaos on loop. And it did something no one saw coming. It trained an entire generation to find nonsense funnier than anything with an actual story. Zero explanation became the whole appeal. If you needed a plot to enjoy it, you weren't the target audience anymore. That one idea, content doesn't need to make sense to be addictive, is a seed for literally everything we're about to talk about. Fast forward to early 2025. AI image and voice tools get good enough that anyone, anywhere can smash two random objects together and generate fake, dramatic voiceovers explaining it like it's ancient lore. A shark wearing sneakers named Tralario Tralala, a crocodile that's also a fighter jet named Bombardino Crocodilio, a ballerina whose entire head is a cappuccino cup. None of it means anything, and that's not a flaw. That's the entire business model. The less sense it makes, the harder it spreads. This is Italian Brainrot, and it didn't stay a meme for long. May 2025, a Roblox game called Steal a Brainrot goes live. The concept is stupidly simple. You collect these Brainrot characters. Each one earns you fake money just sitting on a shelf. Basic, idle game stuff, until you find out the twist baked directly into the game. Other players can break into your base and steal your stuff, permanently. Someone spends hours building up the rarest, most valuable creature on their shelf, and a total stranger sneaks in and grabs it, types, "must be my lucky day," and vanishes. Gone. No refund, no do-over. That single mechanic is the reason the game didn't just get popular. It got explosive. Within months, Steal a Brainrot did something almost no game in history has done. It hit a reported peak of over 20 million people playing at the exact same second. Not 20 million total downloads, 20 million people online in the game at once. For comparison, Counter-Strike 2, one of the most played PC games on the planet, averages around 1.5 million players at a time. This Brainrot shark collecting game blew up past that number more than tenfold. And then it got even stranger. In January 2026, the game reportedly hosted a real concert from a chart-topping musician inside the game, to a crowd made entirely of cartoon meme creatures. A famous human being performed live music to an audience of Italian sharks and cappuccina ballerinas. That's actually what happened. We are either living in the funniest timeline possible or the strangest one, possibly both. But here's where it stops being funny for a second. Because Steal a Brainrot isn't just a meme, it's the actual gameplay. And when kids get their rarest character stolen, especially in ways that feel unfair, like someone exploiting a glitch to wipe out multiple players at once, the reaction isn't, oh well, it's meltdowns, on camera, real tears. Before you laugh at that, actually sit with it for a second. Imagine spending hours building something and then having it erased with zero warning, zero control, and nothing you could have done differently. That would sting no matter how old you are. This is exactly the same emotional wiring as losing a rare Pokemon card or a saved game file with no backup, decades before any of this existed. The object changed, the feeling didn't. So here's the uncomfortable truth hiding underneath the jokes. This game figured out how to weaponize loss. Most games try to make you feel good. This one is specifically engineered to make losing feel devastating enough that you come back and rebuild immediately. That's not an accident, that's the entire design. And once you see that, the whole trend looks different. So let's actually break down both sides of this properly, because there's a real case that Brainrot is genuinely brilliant and a real case that it is actively messing with your brain. Both are true at the same time. Let's start with why this might be one of the smartest comedy formats ever created, whether or not the people making it even realize it. First, it's a language. Saying 6-7, referencing trallo tralla, doing the hand gesture, none of that is random. It's a password. Say it correctly and you instantly signal "I'm one of you" to a total stranger your age. Every generation has one version of this. This one just spreads at internet speed instead of playground speed. Second, smashing two unrelated things together and committing to it with total confidence is a real comedy skill. Absurdist art has existed for over 100 years in galleries and film. Brainrot is just free. AI-powered, internet-native version of the exact same technique. Third, and this is the sneaky genius part, the word brain rot is literally an insult aimed at itself. The joke already knows it's dumb. Kids aren't accidentally enjoying garbage, they're intentionally enjoying garbage, on purpose, together. That's a more advanced joke than it looks like from the outside. Now here's the other side, and this is the part that actually deserves your full attention. Concern 1, speed. This content is built in 3 to 8 second bursts, back to back to back, with zero downtime. That's not an accident either. It's training your brain to expect constant stimulation. And once your brain expects that, normal speed things, reading, a slow conversation, actual homework, start to feel unbearably boring by comparison. Not because they got worse, because your baseline got faster. Concern 2, the money pipeline. These collector-style games are built entirely around scarcity, rare things you want that you can get faster if you pay. That's not evil on its own, but it's specifically engineered to make "I need this right now" feel urgent, at an age where most people haven't built any resistance to that feeling yet. Concern 3, the one that actually matters the most. The games this content lives inside of almost always comes with an open chat and public service attached. Watching a silly meme video is harmless, but the path from funny nonsense clip to chatting with a total stranger online is shorter than most people, kids or adults, actually realize. And concern 4, when literally everything is ironic and over the top on purpose, it gets genuinely hard to tell the difference between actually clever content and cheap, mass-produced noise wearing a funny costume. Some brain rot took real creativity. A huge amount of it is just filler riding the wave. So here's the real answer that nobody gives you straight. Brain rot isn't secretly evil, and it isn't secretly harmless either. It's a genuinely clever comedy style, built on top of apps specifically engineered to keep scrolling as long as you're physically possible. Both things are true at the exact same time, and pretending it's only one or the other is how you miss what actually is going on. And once you know that, the whole trend starts looking bigger than just memes, because this isn't staying small. There's reportedly a movie now in development based on Steel of Brain Rot, a real film studio, a real production deal. A meme about a shark in sneakers is on the path towards an actual movie theater. Trading cards already exist, plushies already exist, Halloween costumes already exist. Some of these characters have even gotten tangled up in copyright and ownership disputes between creators, actual legal fights over cartoon crocodile planes. This stopped being just a meme a while ago. It's an entire economy now. So where does this go next? Nobody actually knows. And that's the point. Skibidi Toilet led to Italian Brainrot. Italian Brainrot led to Steal a Brainrot. Steal a Brainrot led to concerts, movies, lawsuits, and merchandise. Each stage got bigger and stranger than the one before it, and faster than last time. If this pattern holds, whatever comes after this is going to be weirder, faster, and even harder for anyone over 15 to explain. That's not a guess. That's just the trend line so far. Here's my actual take. No drama, just straight. Brain rot itself isn't the villain. Making up nonsense with your friends, having inside jokes nobody outside your group understands, laughing at something dumb on purpose, that's just what being a kid on the internet looks like. It always looks like something. This is just this decade's version. The thing actually worth paying attention to isn't the meme. It's the pattern underneath it. Are you laughing with your friends for 5 minutes and moving on with your day? Totally fine. Are you losing hours to it, spending real money, chasing a rare pixel creature, or getting genuinely wrecked over losing one? That's the part worth noticing. Not because it's shameful, but because that's exactly the reaction the system was built to create. Enjoy the nonsense. Just don't let the nonsense quietly become the main event of your entire day. A crocodile plane singing gibberish should be a snack, not the whole meal. And here's the part that's genuinely wild to sit with. 100 years from now, someone is going to have to explain into a room full of concerned history students why an entire generation of humans got emotionally attached to a shark wearing sneakers. And honestly, that's not embarrassing. That's a legacy. Every generation gets remembered for something ridiculous. This is just yours. So remember that kid from the very beginning crying over the stolen shark? He'll be fine. He'll unlock a rare one tomorrow, lose that one too, and somehow still have the time of his life doing it. That in one sentence is the entire trend. Genius comedy or actual brain rot. Maybe the twist is, it was never one or the other. It's both, running at the same time, and it's not slowing down.